Hey everyone, it's Ryan here with my predictions for WWE Elimination Chamber 2021, which is taking place tonight. Similar situation for me with Royal Rumble. I'm working tonight until midnight, so the second I get back, I'm putting it on. Also, no update. Oh, I took my hair off. Yeah, I decided to shave it the other day because it was getting a bit too long. Anyway, so, for Elimination Chamber, there are 6 matches. It could be 5, and I'll get on to that match as to why it could be changed. It seems weird, like, they've done it twice on SmackDown, whereas storyline, but this one is a bit more legitimate, with the cards subject to change actually being a thing. So the first match would be Asuka versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's title. The way this worked, Lacey's got Ric Flair in her corner and basically using it to provoke Charlotte, and it works successfully because Charlotte got herself disqualified in essentially a number one contenders match. So Lacey is challenging Asuka. I'm kind of worried it's leading to Charlotte essentially getting a title match at WrestleMania again. I feel like we're getting the Roman 2015/16 phase again, like with Charlotte, where no matter what happens, she has to be in the title picture. And I feel like some time away from the title, like from being away from a championship, will do her a favour. Like, I know she's only just come back recently, but again, she came back straight into a title picture. Anyway, this was going to happen, but then, yeah, so on Monday, she just announced out of nowhere that she was pregnant, and turns out it's legitimate. So she might not be competing this Sunday. If she does, then I guess it must be very early in the pregnancy stage to basically not risk anything. Either that, or like if she does, then it's going to be a very tamed match where she doesn't take many bumps, essentially. Like, unless it's like because Asuka's thing is like a chokehold thing, so unless she does that straight away. But I think she might be getting replaced. And I think if anyone does replace her, I think it'll be Peyton Royce. Because Peyton Royce is essentially Lacey Evans' partner. I don't think Asuka's losing the title yet. I'm fearful that Charlotte's going to be the one to take it off her at WrestleMania. If not, I really hope Asuka does retain at WrestleMania if it is against Charlotte, because then they can sort of make up for WrestleMania 34. Yeah, I'm going to go with the replacement, if there is one, to be Peyton Royce, but I'm going for Asuka to retain the title. For the Women's Tag Team Championships, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are defending against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. This was after SmackDown. They had a tag match where they won. It was a 6-man tag where Reginald was involved. And yeah, they won, so I guess that's what leads to this match. I'm going to go for Jackson Baszler to retain. I feel like this is setting up... I feel like this is setting up Banks and Belair at WrestleMania, because Belair is a Royal Rumble winner. They'll have some falling out. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will take advantage of that, and they've already, for NXT... started doing promo stuff with Raquel and Dakota Kai, so it would seem a bit off if they suddenly just scrap that. Roman Reigns. Oh, actually, well, I'll get to that in a minute. Bobby Lashley defending the United States Championship in a triple threat match versus Keith Lee and Riddle. It may change into a singles match because apparently Keith Lee might not be there. I think Miriam's still self-isolating, so Keith Lee might have to as well. I'm going to go for Bobby Lashley to retain. The intensity he's got at the moment, like this new side to him, is great. If they had this when he first came back, or like last year when he went to face, like when he faced Drew at Backlash, I believe, that would have been really good. I would like to see Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the title again at some point with this new side of Bobby Lashley. But yeah, it's going to be Bobby Lashley putting a hurt lock on Riddle like he has been for the past month or two. The WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. It's Drew McIntyre defending the title against AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Kofi Kingston. Originally, it was The Miz. They literally just announced that this blockbuster announcement that all the contenders will be former WWE champions. So yeah, you got AJ, Jeff, Randy, Sheamus, who recently turned heel on Drew, and then Kofi. Originally it was The Miz, but because he's the Money in the Bank holder, he tried to declare himself out the match and put John Morrison in his place. Kofi and Kofi and Xavier then came out and said, well, he's not been a WWE champion or World Heavyweight champion. And one of my favourite bits is Miz goes, hey, he is an ECW champion of the world. Referencing back to 2006 to 2008 ECW. Well, because I don't think he won the silver ECW title belt. He won it in 2006 when they brought it back. So then Kofi beats Miz in the match, then he takes the place. I would have preferred if they swapped Jeff Hardy out for Keith Lee, maybe. I know he's not a former WWE champion, but you look at the people that were in that match, like before Kofi, they've all got history with Drew. So AJ and Drew feuded over the title. Randy and Drew definitely feuded over the title throughout a lot of 2020. Sheamus obviously has recently just turned on Drew, so he's got a reason to be in there. The Miz obviously tried to cash in on Drew at TLC, and also he's been basically provoking Drew for a while now. So yeah, I just feel like, and then Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre had a couple of matches. Unfortunately, that was like during the early Keith Lee main roster stage, and all that would happen was just a bunch of non-finishes. Like, Jeff's got no real history with Drew. Obviously he's got history with Randy Orton, but other than that, it was sort of it just felt odd that he was in there. We sort of know what he's in there for. And then Kofi, fair enough to take the Miz out because obviously he's Mr. Money in the Bank. It would seem a bit weird if he did win the title and had the briefcase. But it's basically Miz's character to say he doesn't want to be in there because he essentially knows how brutal it is. I've gone for Drew to retain. I don't feel like it would be ideal for him to lose the title before WrestleMania and then try and have the feel-good moment because he's lost the belt twice, if that's the case. I feel like if they keep him going for a while, and he just has a really good match at WrestleMania, hopefully with Sheamus, then we shall see where it goes. But yeah, I've gone for Drew to retain. The SmackDown chamber for the Universal Championship. So what they've done with this, I quite like this. So on SmackDown, Adam Pearce said Roman Reigns is contracted to defend his title at Elimination Chamber, and then Paul Heyman says yes, he has to defend it at Elimination Chamber. He doesn't have to defend it in the Elimination Chamber. So essentially, what they've done is they're having the Elimination Chamber match, and then Roman is just going to essentially swoop in afterwards and have the title match there and then. We've got Jey Uso and Kevin Owens were pretty much just announced into it, and then the qualifying matches were tag matches, which was weird. So King Corbin and Sami Zayn beat the Mysterios to qualify, and then Cesaro and Daniel Bryan beat Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler to qualify as well. Cesaro was attacked by Seth on his return. On Seth's return, he attacked Cesaro, and then they still had the match. Cesaro's been looking really strong, so that's why I'm going to go with Cesaro to win the Chamber match. I really hope it's not Kevin Owens because I think the appeal to Kevin Owens is going to start to fade on people because this will if he wins, this will be essentially his, I believe, 5th title opportunity in a row. And obviously he's lost every time, so, it doesn't do him any favours. Sort of like Orton last year, where it was he was doing so well, and then they made him lose to Drew 3 times, and then the 4th time he beat him, it was just oh, well, why didn't you do that in the first place? It would have been so much better if he actually beat him, 2nd time round or something, not the 4th time. And then only to lose the title, 2 weeks later. It seemed a bit pointless. But yeah, anyway, I've gone for Cesaro to win. I forgot to mention for the Raw one as well that they had a gauntlet match to determine who would be the last entrant, which Sheamus won. Drew went through everyone. Sheamus then attacked him from behind and got an easy win. But yeah, I've gone for Drew McIntyre to win the Raw one, and then I've gone for Cesaro to win this one, which again will be shortly followed by Roman Reigns defending his title against the Elimination Chamber match winner. So that'll be Cesaro, and I've got Roman to retain because it's Roman. Very Batista 2010. You know, the grueling chamber match, and then out he comes just to finish the job, essentially. Like, I know with that one, it was Cena retain the title, and then Vince literally just gave Batista a title opportunity there and then that's how Batista won the title. But this is just going to be how Roman defends the title. Because I'm going to think Edge is going to pick Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. So yeah, that is my... those are my predictions for Elimination Chamber 2021. So, I'm going to go over them. So, Asuka to retain, but Peyton Royce being the mystery opponent, if there is one. Nia Jackson and Shayna Baszler retaining the tag titles. Bobby Lashley retaining the US title. Drew McIntyre retaining the WWE title. And then Cesaro winning the Chamber. And then Roman beating Cesaro. So, no title changes, but I feel like with who they've got, it's fine to not have a title change. Yeah, those are my predictions for Elimination Chamber 2021. Thank you for watching this video, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. And I will be doing a reactions video at probably about 5 or 6 in the morning. But yes, again, thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you in the next one.